Good everyone, welcome to another tutorial. Last time I have taught you the basic four chords, which is the tonic, the dominant, the subdominant, and the dominant. So in which that is, for example, the D A G A. So D is the root note or the root chord, D major. A is the dominant or five. So why dominant? So it's one D E F, G, A. If you count it, that's five. D, E, F, G, A. That is the dominant. Okay, and then you go down a little bit. That is the subdominant, which is the G and the A. That is the concept of the basic four chord patterns. This time, we are going to put it into a let's put it into actual practice by making this amazing grace. Let's make the basic four chord patterns. Now, the recap of our previous lesson. So, in Amazing Grace is in the key of G. Okay, so instead of D A G A, we are going to G D C D. Let's repeat that: G D C and D. By the way, this is the ukulele side, and this is the guitar side of it. So, by the way, so if you're confused, so the ukulele is just putting a capo into a guitar and you move it to the fifth fret. That's how it sounds. Okay, so if you notice the G chord, it looks like the D major in the guitar chord. And as you notice, so the D is looking like the A major in the guitar, but this time in the fifth fret. So that is the hint of guitar and ukulele. So they're really related. But the thing is, that makes it the jive feel of ukulele. So it sounds higher and it sounds lighter compared to the sound of the actual guitar. Especially if you're referring to the nylon string guitar. By the way, so that being said, so let's move on. Let's review it. So instead of a D A G A, which is in the key of D, so we are going to heading to a G D C D. So as of the moment, this is the only thing that I would like to teach, the basic four chords. But on our next month, if we have or if we still have time within later this month, I will integrate the first alternation chords that you can use during your church improvisation or your improvisation in your worship. Okay, so application of music tutorial. So Amazing Grace. Now, introduction. So, like I said, so you can simply put it this way: G, D, C, and D. You can you can do your strumming, which is going to be a different video. How would you do your strum? You could do your plucking, which is notable in acoustic guitar. You could do your finger style playing, which is applied in nylon playing. By the way, so you cannot do finger style. It is hard for you to play finger style in the acoustic guitar because it will really hurt your finger if you do it continuously. So if you want a finger style chord, you have to play it in the nylon string guitar. So okay, we could just G, D, C, D. Give me a while, so I will try to play it for you. Um, this is my ukulele, so I could play it this way. So what it does is, the subdominant will just lead you to the dominant, in which you will return to the G chord. That is the reason why 1545 is the most basic chord that you could use, because it goes back and forth. Now, this is the guitar side, so I have no guitar as of the moment. So now, song proper. As you see, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. So there is no dominant, but as you notice, so it is G, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. So you see, this is pretty self-explanatory. So by the way, so the one that is below is, I will teach you that one someday. The E minor 7, which is the first substitution chord, that I will teach you. And as you notice, so this is just A, D. This is just the basic D major. By the way, the A7, I will teach you on that on a different video. This is the dominant of the dominant, or the secondary dominant. I will teach you how to use that in a different video. So, as you see, so G, C, G. I was lost, but now I am found. If you notice, there is a G over B. I will teach you the inversion someday. But it is not really that strong. The impact is not as strong as the guitar, because this inversion is really applicable in playing piano, in which I am going to have a different tutorial for the piano, because you could really feel the inversion in the piano. You could do more articulations when you're playing the piano compared to the guitar. As you notice, so this is really basic. G, D, as you see. To spice things up, that is for another video. So, as you notice, so the chords are pretty basic. So the G, C, D are just there. The songs are, this song is one of the examples of what you can do with this basic 4 chord pattern. It's also applied with a lot of songs from Hillsong and Planet Shakers, with the exemption of some songs like Beautiful Savior, which is an easy song, but there is a lot of non-chord tones going on there. Um, like I Just Want You, there are different chords there that you could use. But most of the contemporary Christian songs are just reliant on the use of the basic 4 chord pattern. So I hope you learned something today. So I'm hoping that if there's time, I could teach you the secondary dominant. I can teach you the non-chord tones. I can teach you the diminished, the augmented, the substitution chords, the 7, the 9, the omitted chords, the G7 plus 13, and omit some sort of like that. Omit 5. I will teach you something that you cannot omit the 3. You cannot omit the 7 as well. So I will teach you someday about those things. But as of the moment, I will just teach you the basic chords that you need to play in your church. Thank you for listening to this video. Thank you and God bless.